What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to our little corner of the internet. Today we're going to be watching a video titled China doesn't need to invade, here's what they're already doing, which I have no idea what this title means. What are they doing? Without further ado, let's see what this video is about.
There's a war that nobody talks about, but if it happens, it ends the world. Not with nuclear weapons, with something worse. And here's the part nobody understands. Both sides think they can win. They're both wrong, because in this war, there's no winner, only a loser, and a much bigger loser. Today we're breaking down exactly what happens if the US and China go to war. Who loses? China makes a choice. Invade Taiwan now or lose the window forever. American pressure is increasing. Taiwan is drifting away from Beijing. Xi Jinping's political legacy depends on reunification. He orders the invasion. China has 370 warships. America has 290, but 11 aircraft carriers to China's 3. China has 4,000 missiles ready, but America has something China doesn't. Alliances. Real alliances that work. And that changes everything.
What are China's alliances, like Russia and Iran? I'm guessing it's Russia and Iran, because I remember that I watched another video on Iran and they said that their alliances, China and Russia, weren't really tagging in or giving any opinions, so maybe?
Missiles launch. China launches 4,000 missiles at American bases across the entire Pacific. Okinawa in Japan, Guam, South Korea, the Philippines. Every American base within 2,500 miles gets targeted simultaneously. The goal is brutal and simple: cripple America's response before the real fight even starts. Thousands of American troops die in the first hour. Bases get devastated. Ships take hits and sink. Aircraft burn on runways before they can take off. But here's China's catastrophic first mistake. By attacking Japan and South Korea, they just activated their defense treaties with America. Both countries are now officially in the war. Japan brings 34 destroyers and the world's fourth largest economy. South Korea adds 22 warships and advanced missile systems. China thought this would be a one-on-one fight with America. Instead, they're now fighting an entire coalition of democracies. And coalitions have something China doesn't have: depth. America can fight for years with allied support backing every move. China can't. But the coalition is just the beginning of China's problems. The president activates NATO Article 5. China attacked American territory. 30 European nations just entered the war. But Europe isn't China's biggest problem. The real problem is economic isolation. China imports 11.8
I mean, China must have some type of alliance, no?
million barrels of oil every day. Only 19% comes from Russia, the other 81% from America's allies. Saudi Arabia cuts off China. UAE cuts off China. Iraq cuts off China. Kuwait cuts off China. Within hours, China loses 81% of its oil overnight. Russia can't cover the gap. Putin
Don't they get oil from Iran though?
has his own problems with Ukraine. He won't destroy Russia's economy to save China's. This is China's second catastrophic problem. They can't win a long war. They don't have the resources. Every day the war continues, China gets weaker. And the invasion itself is failing. China's invasion of Taiwan hits an unexpected wall. Taiwan has been preparing for this exact scenario for 30 years straight. Every single beach is heavily fortified. Every port can be destroyed with one button press. Every major road leading into Taipei can be collapsed. Taiwan doesn't actually need to win this fight. It just needs to survive long enough for America to arrive. And Taiwan is surviving better than China expected. Chinese troops landing on beaches immediately face mines, missiles, and machine gun fire. The few soldiers who make it to Taipei face brutal urban warfare, block by block, building by building, street by street. This invasion was supposed to be a clean 48-hour victory.
How many people are there living in Taiwan? And is this little island over here part of it? Because it's in blue?
Instead, it's turning into a months-long nightmare. Every day Taiwan holds is another day American carriers get closer. Every day of fighting costs China thousands of troops and billions it doesn't have. This is China's third catastrophic problem. The invasion is completely failing. But while troops die on Taiwan's beaches, the real war is happening elsewhere. America deploys.
What if they just send missiles to Taiwan though? Instead of doing a ground invasion.
Its deadliest weapon. Not missiles, not bombs, economic sanctions. Complete economic isolation. China imports $2.56 trillion worth of goods annually. America cuts it all off. Europe immediately follows. Japan follows. Australia follows. Canada follows. South Korea follows. Every major economy stops trading with China. Chinese factories shut down without raw materials. Power plants fail without fuel. The Chinese people suffer within days. No imports means no factory parts. No exports means no money. The economy doesn't slow down. It collapses. This is the real war. Not ships fighting ships. Economic strangulation.
But if this happened in real life, wouldn't they have that in consideration and they would have thought about something, right?
Choking off every resource China needs. And China is losing badly. American carrier groups reach Taiwan. 8 of America's 11 carriers. Each carrier holds 75 fighters. That's 600 American fighters in the fight. Backed by the UK sending carriers, Japan sending destroyers, Australia committing its fleet. China's navy is larger, but not better when facing the coalition. American submarines hunt for 2 weeks. Both Chinese carriers sink. The third never leaves port. Without carriers, China loses air power over water. American jets dominate the skies. Chinese air bases get destroyed by cruise missiles. Supply lines to Taiwan get cut. Chinese troops on the island are stranded. This is China's fourth catastrophic problem. They're outmatched militarily when facing the full coalition. Numbers don't beat quality plus alliances, and this leads to an impossible choice. China's invasion collapses. Taiwan still stands. Chinese forces retreat to the mainland. The economy is in ruins. The people are suffering. Factories closed, power failing, food running short. And Xi faces the ultimate question. Does he use nuclear weapons? China has 500 nukes. Long.
At that point, obviously not. I mean, this could never happen though. And also, I wonder what does it mean that it would be a failure? Like everybody would lose if this happened, since it seems like only China would lose in this scenario. You know? I'm confused.
Range missiles that can hit anywhere in America. But America has 3,700 nuclear weapons. If China launches one nuke, America launches hundreds. Beijing becomes glass. Shanghai becomes glass. Xi doesn't launch, because conventional defeat is survivable. Nuclear war is extinction. The war ends. China requests a ceasefire. The war is over. America wins. But what does winning actually mean? America's losses aren't small. Carriers sunk, destroyers destroyed, submarines lost, aircraft destroyed in the missile barrage, American troops dead, massive amounts of equipment destroyed, years to rebuild the Pacific Fleet. But China's losses are catastrophic. Hundreds of warships destroyed, submarine fleet decimated, air bases destroyed and unusable, Chinese troops killed taking Taiwan's beaches. The economy collapsed. No oil coming in, no imports, no exports. Factories closed. Decades of isolation ahead. Taiwan's losses are severe. Infrastructure destroyed. Economy devastated. This is the cost of defending freedom. Japan and South Korea suffered too. Bases attacked. Cities damaged. Infrastructure destroyed. And the global economy collapses. Taiwan produces 60% of the world's semiconductors, 90% of advanced chips. The war destroys chip production. Every smartphone stops being made. Every car stops being made. The global economy loses trillions. The 2008 crisis was 2 trillion.
I did not know that. Did you guys know that? That's interesting. Kind of scary, but interesting.
This is 5 times worse. Unemployment explodes worldwide. Supply chains take years to rebuild. Recession everywhere. So who loses? China loses everything, but America doesn't really win either. Taiwan stays free. The invasion failed. China was defeated, but American troops are dead. The Pacific Fleet is crippled for years. Allies are damaged. The global economy is in ruins. So everyone loses in a US-China war, but China loses more. America wins the military battle, but loses trillions in lives. Taiwan wins freedom, but loses thousands of civilians and infrastructure. Japan and South Korea win security, but lose civilians and cities. This is why this war can never happen. That's the answer. Everyone loses. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe. This is Glore.
Beautiful music. That was interesting. I mean, that was interesting. And now I see how everybody would lose, which makes me, leads me to believe that this would probably never happen because they would probably think about these facts before starting a war. But that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy, guys. I didn't know how important Taiwan was when it came to, all the countries. I didn't know that they make 90% of the chips and, smartphones wouldn't be a thing, cars wouldn't be a thing if it wasn't for Taiwan. I thought that was quite interesting. And thank you guys for joining me for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it as well. Please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys in the next video.